Have a plan going in on how you're going to use Kalish if
No, there wasn't a plan to use Palace, and he came to me he wasn't on the list to pitch. He came to me in about the 6th or 7th and said, "Coach, if you need me for an inning, I can do it." And then he comes in there and does what he does in the 8th, and then runs off the mound and said, "I'll finish this." I mean, that's what I just told the team. If for the rest of your career as a young player, that's your reference point. When you look up warrior and competitor and teammate, I mean, he's the and there's more than just him, but he's the living, breathing example of what that looks like to do that against a nationally ranked team with the wind blowing out, to lefties, to righties. I mean, I don't even. That's. I mean, you can give a lot of credit to Coach Yeski, but in reality, that's not something you coach, man. That's who you are. And I sure am glad that the Dallas Jesuit high school coach picked up the phone and called me this summer and said, "Hey, could you use a lefty?" And that's how that process all started.
Jim, this is a club that a month ago, had you said you'd be in this position, people probably think you're a little crazy. But what was kind of the turning point, do you think, for this team to kind of getting the feeling like they could win games late?
Well, I mean, I still think we're searching because we don't have that guy. The guy that we have been going to other than Palish is Rudis, and we started him today, and he did a great job, you know. But you'd have to say the LSU weekend after coming off just a brutal game against Houston, and then you go to LSU and get in that environment where it's kind of you against the world. I thought our team really came together on that particular weekend, and that weekend, I think Rudis finished a game. I think Hogan finished a game. We still got to find a right-hander in the bullpen, especially if Rudis were to be a starter. But it's ugly, but, you know, we're piecing things together to win games.
What was kind of the thought process to go to Rudis today as opposed to some of the other options?
Just didn't want to play from behind. I mean, I knew that he would throw strikes, knew that he would throw 3 pitches for strikes, knew that he would give us a chance. And, you know, obviously you don't think you're going to score 10 on that great pitching staff, but I thought he would give us the best chance to get and then try to mix and match the game the rest of the game.
What's been your feeling on just Dylan Rock this year? I mean, he's a power hitter, he's a consistent hitter, but today he has 3 walks and gets to the home run. I mean, that's a huge production.
Yeah, I mean, he has a great concept of the strike zone. So you'll take him. It's almost like he sets the pitcher up. Like the pitch before the homer, he swung at a bad breaking ball. I don't think he does it on purpose, but he chased one out of the strike zone, and they went back to it, and he left it in the middle of the plate. So if you watch him in his routine in between pitches, he's always in control of the at bat. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, he may take a horrible swing. He may take two fastballs in a row that I'm over here in the dugout going, what are we doing? Why are we not swinging at that pitch? And then but he knows what he's doing, and he's strong, and of course the experience, 500 plus college at bats. So super glad he's on our club.
What are your thoughts on the consistency of your hitting today? I mean, 6 to 8 innings you guys.
Well, I mean, they thought we got off to a good start. Obviously, Bo's homer. Wiggins, didn't have his best day. I mean, kind of the scouting report on him is similar to Cortez. You know you're going to get fastballs to hit. It's a good fastball, but we Bo's got that one in the air, and that really helped. But I mean, of course, we've been shut down for 2 days too, and that has a lot to do. We had guys on base yesterday. We just didn't get a hit when we needed it. But yeah, that's obviously an incredible pitching staff. Tiger, holy cow, what an arm as a freshman, and I mean that's just a super talented World Series type team.
Go ahead.
Oh, from a hitting standpoint, what has it been? Good pitches to hit on Sundays, or has it been a kind of a killer instinct? What's been that aspect on the last 3 Sundays?
I don't know. I mean, I think they're all individual. I think Georgia with losing their number 1 starter, and us getting Woods and the closer in the game in the middle game, that set us up to hit against their. Not have to face their best guys. And the week before at Kentucky, same thing. I mean, we've I don't know if you call it luck, whatever. I mean, we're without good pitchers too, but we've skipped some people's number 1s. Kentucky's got Staub, I think, was out, and we skipped Cannon, and so when you have Detmer giving you length against a pitcher who's not their number 1, then that gives us a chance.
How has this ride been for you personally? Just because, I mean, a month ago you're thinking, okay, how do we even get this team to postseason? Now I know you're a day-by-day guy, but now you're looking at what do we need to do to potentially host at the end of the year.
Yeah.
You're releasing that discussion.
Well, I mean, that's what you write. I mean, I'm a big fan of all you guys and what you do, but I have enough respect in this conference when you look up and see in any given weekend you can get swept, and all of a sudden you're in that conversation, and then you're like, holy cow, how are we going to make the SEC tournament? So this program is at the point where we're in no position to think that way, none. You know, our thought process needs to be that we're in a postseason, i.e. the SEC tournament, and we'll worry about that stuff later. But if we just, I know it sounds coachy, but if we really stay focused on the day-to-day, the conference games are so important. That's why we need like a guy like Prager on Tuesday to go give us a long game like he did against DBU. And then we score enough to where we don't have to use some of those other guys. And, I mean, that gives us the best chance. If we get in a dogfight on a Tuesday night and have to use – now we definitely won't use Palish or Rudis on a Tuesday night game. I mean, if we get in a dogfight on a Tuesday, then it sets us up for failure on the weekend.
On the same token, how does a series win like this change the complexion of the season?
Well, I think anytime you win a series in this league, it changes the complexion because it's so hard to win, and more importantly for our team, your confidence. You know, I mean, confidence. Some guys are super confident right out of the gate. Other guys, confidence comes from doing it. They have to do it themselves to have confidence. So, I mean, our guys, you know, they have confidence. But we've got to have some more people other than Palish and Rudis give us something out of the bullpen, because God forbid one of those guys goes down.
Coach, just thoughts on Sam Houston? I know a team you're familiar with, and that's a tough opponent just coming in here on Tuesday.
I mean, I'm not that familiar with them. I mean, we haven't played them yet this year. I think we played them last year at TCU, but I haven't looked that far ahead yet. I mean, I'm basically just trying not to have a heart attack at the moment.